All right, here we are, Jay. We are on the marathon, sir. They let us on the marathon as the closing
We
act.
keep getting this. How does this happen?
I
I love
don't
it.
know. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. For those that don't know who we are, I am Oslodo. That is Jay Scheidel. We are the hosts of the OJ Power Hour podcast that Final Fantasy Randomizer lets us put on every Tuesday night.
Oh yeah.
And they have given us the great honor of closing out the Thursday. And yeah, talking a little bit about the charity, what's coming up. We are the hype men for this.
Hey, there's a lot to do. We were kind of talking over the schedule beforehand, looking over everything. There's a lot going on this weekend, so hold on, buckle up.
Oh boy, it's going to be a great time. But before we get to any of that,
Mhm.
let us give a great rundown about the Burn Children's Fund because this is really great charity. We actually had Representative Ross on
Mhm.
our show on Tuesday. If you want to go check the VOD out, please do. He was great to have on. He explained a
So,
lot of stuff about the charity and what they do. And
a lot of great stories from camp and just
oh,
things that have happened from with the kids. It was great. He
that
was a
was
great person
amazing.
to
It was
listen to.
amazing. I highly recommend looking for the prosthetic nose story because
Yes.
that was both heartwarming
I
and
think I've
funny.
told that like 3 times since Thursday. It is great. Or since Tuesday.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's a good story. But yeah, so yeah, the Burns Children's Fund mission is basically they're there to help develop deployment of the pediatric burn care units and treatments so that injured children can recover and give support to their families. Education, of course,
Mhm.
and firefighter safety, injury prevention, massive thing. And of course, burn awareness and fire prevention education. I'm quite certain that they would prefer that no child ever gets burned. So,
Oh yeah.
hey, you got to have the awareness, you got to have the education.
And one of the things, it's not on our one sheet here, but just remembering talking with Ross and stuff, one of the things I love that he was saying with it is they get to know these kids. It's not just a quick 1 day thing. It's they start to meet these kids. They meet them like obviously when they pick them up and stuff, but at the hospital, they walk them through surgery. They try to help them out through everything. And then he was telling stories on like some of these kids come back 10 years later and invite them to their graduation, or he's been to a wedding and stuff. Just these firefighters, these people who take care of these kids are in their lives. It's so awesome to hear.
Yeah, they basically become family. And that's
Yeah.
what Ross said. He said, we become a real tight knit family. You make friends there that you will keep the rest of your life. And he said, I believe he said what he got invited to a grade 5 graduation. He dropped
Yeah.
everything and was right there. He was
Like,
right
my
there.
kid is graduating. I'm going. Yes.
Fantastic.
But such a great charity. And
Oh,
we,
so good.
we are already at over $1,000 for this charity. And we haven't even officially kicked off this marathon yet. And
Absolutely.
something that we've talked about with it is about every $500 that we raise sends another one of these kids to camp. It just
Mm-hmm.
covers everything for them.
Yep,
So
and
the more that
that's
we
new.
can, yeah, the more that we can continue to raise, the more that we continue to help it out, it really helps to relieve some stress for these kids and to give them a chance to belong. Because one of the things that we talked about was you may not think about just going to camp as being a big thing. Like I went to summer camp. I don't know if you went to summer camp, but like, hey, all this happens. But I would say we're fairly normal, active kids and whatnot. But some of these kids just haven't had that opportunity. Or, you think about going and swimming in the lake and do you want to take off your shirt to go swim? Well, now that imagine that you have like scars and burns on you.
Yeah,
At the camp, there's no judgment because they're all together. They're all in the same boat. And it's just such an amazing thing.
absolutely. And yeah, Ross did mention that they've actually started doing more family-oriented vacations
Hmm.
as well. As Ross said, some of these kids come from low-income families that they don't have a chance to go on a vacation, so they're going to
Yeah.
take the families with them. So you get your brothers, your sisters, you know, you get your family to actually have a nice vacation at this wonderful camp. They call it Camp Can Do.
Hmm.
It's fantastic that you can have your family there. Actually, have a real vacation with your family. That's awesome.
Yeah. And again, it's the fact that these kids, these families, they become more than just, hey, we're donating money to this kind of name and we're just going to be out there a little bit, but they get to know these kids. They get to like really
Absolutely.
be involved in their life. And it just helps like to know how much of an impact we're making.
Oh, Ross mentioned that the main source of their donations are the recycling drop off bins for aluminum cans, and he said with the amount of money that we have sent them. He said
Mhm.
we couldn't make that up in years of can collecting. So I mean, everybody out there that's donating, everyone out there that's watching, you're making a big difference.
Mhm.
Um, on their one sheet, it actually says there was a 50% increase in campers for 2024, and they want to
Yeah.
go up to 66%. They want 50 campers, and you guys out there, you can make that happen. Your
Yeah, we're
donations.
already on the way to it.
Exactly. We are already on the way. And I remember when we talked to him, I crunched the numbers, and we
Yeah.
were $327 away from a grand total of $10,000 donated to this charity. Well, we've exceeded that. We're now way over the 10 grand that we had.
Which
So
means it was what, 3 years that we worked with them? So in
yep,
these yeah, in these 3 years, that is over $10,000 that you guys have helped to donate for this cause. So, like, thank you, thank you, thank you for everything.
absolutely. Absolutely. We can't thank you guys enough for, watching the streams, donating where you can, making this a real fun time and a real great thing for us to put on, because we
Mhm.
we do love putting this on, and we love seeing the money go to a really good cause for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. But it's been the first day. So, have you
Yeah.
been paying attention to everything going on today?
Oh man, I've been back and forth. There's been a lot going on, but
Oh, yeah. I've been
ooh,
in and
man.
out all day long, like, between classes and whatnot. It's like, "Ooh, what's going on here? What's going on there?" So, it's been
Now,
great, but
now, I
it
mean, we did have some tech issues, which
it
it
wouldn't be a
happens.
first day without tech issues.
Exactly. It happens every year, and we appreciate everyone sticking with us while we work
Mhm.
out the little issues that we have. It happens, but we're happy
Yeah.
to still have you guys there. And Jay, I think was there a record set today, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh, yeah. So, we just had the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga go on a little bit ago, and they had already mentioned that, hey, they just reset their leaderboard, and there's a few things going on, but I think both runners were shocked whenever they finished below 2 hours. So,
Hmm.
I remember Carter talking a little bit. It's like, "Oh, yeah, my PB's setting somewhere around, like, a 2:20 something," and then Albie ends up with, like, a 1:57, and their jaws, I must have hit the floor because that was
Oh
absolutely
yeah.
amazing.
No, I don't think anyone expected that. They definitely
Oh, yeah. And, the
did.
Majora's Mask run this morning, I was in and out on that one, but it's such a beautiful game.
And done very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think
Like
we had, like,
way
7
quicker than
hours
we
scheduled
expected.
for that thing.
We
I remember
did. We
getting a
did.
ping, it's like, "We finished 3 hours early."
Yeah. And I gotta give a big shout out to Phoenix for coming in there and kind of
Mhm.
jumping in and annoying Darkman with some puns and
Was
filling in some
perfect.
time. It was great. I had to watch that just for some laughs.
Mhm. Well, and then ending here with Metroid Planets, like,
Oh, it's so good.
Metroid
I love
NES
watching it.
Metroid is a game I have not beat. I have tried so many
Oh
times,
no,
but
no.
I was a kid, like, I was 7 when I played it. That game was so hard, and
No,
just to
I
see it push through is amazing.
especially because it's such a random game,
Yeah.
and you can affect the other opponents, and it's hilarious to watch. I, like you, have never beat the original Metroid,
Oh,
probably
yeah.
never will, and it's one of those
I think
things.
I've
It's
got it
like,
laying
wow.
back here somewhere.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean it's on the shelf. It's on the shelf.
exactly.
But I mean,
But
let's look
yeah,
forward. Let's look forward to what's going on.
so
Um,
we've talked a few times, and like if you see our normal show, we've got some Final Fantasy VI sprites and stuff. It's a game near and dear to my heart. I wish I
likewise.
had it laying over here, but like it in my carts, it's the one that's missing because it's in my SNES right now. So, but tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., we have Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, and they're performing the opera.
They are indeed
It's gonna
performing.
be an amazing moment. I'm gonna have to catch that. Like, don't don't tell my principal, but I may have it on the background. And that's yeah, we'll call it
Now,
good.
now the real question is, Jay, do
Yeah.
you remember how the song goes?
Okay, now the question is, do you go with the original SNES version? Do you go with the Pixel remake? Do you go with the PlayStation version of it?
No,
There's like
no.
four different
S
versions.
you
The,
go with the
oh, my
SNES,
hero, far away now. Oh yeah.
dude. And what's the rest of it? Come on, I don't want you to sing it. We want to keep the
My
viewers.
hero, far away now, and I ever hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
okay, good, good, good. Okay, good. I'm just making sure I have to qualify that. But yeah, I also appointed that they did make the incentive for having Umaru in the starting party. So be prepared to watch party
nice.
members get flung across the screen. Yeah, so
And then
there's that. That's
yeah,
gonna be a good one. And looks like we have Sunday, 6:40 p.m. Waffle Soup is really excited to show off Time
yeah.
Spitter in the
Saturday.
hard mode. Saturday, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I reached out to some of the runners earlier, and Waffle Soup jumped back in. He's like, "Time Spinner!" And if you don't know Final Fantasy Randomizer, we are effectively Final Fantasy Randomizer, Time Spinner,
Yeah,
Discord.
yeah.
So
Oh,
like
oh, totally.
we we love our Time Spinner crew, and oh yeah, this is gonna be fun to watch.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to that too.
But
All
then
right.
Saturday evening, I hear there's a little bit of shade being thrown around here, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So Saturday, 8 p.m. is going to be the Great White North, Team Canada versus Team USA in a FFR Fall League rally. This is going to be it's going to be great. It's going to be myself. It's going to be Phoenix. It's going to be Woo Bear and Chanigan as the Great White North. We will be
Mhm.
taking on um, some guy named Ale. I'm not sure who that guy is. I know he likes setting things on fire in runs. Um, Mr. Fizzle Beef, who is, as you can see, hyping it up as well,
Oh yeah.
along with Danny, and I believe Rubes is their final member.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Um,
fun. Like all of those names are killer on there. I know you'll say not really, but you like all the names are absolutely amazing. So it's gonna be a fun match to see. If you haven't seen a Final Fantasy Relay before,
oh,
we're
it's
gonna
gonna be
get
great.
8 runners on stream at one time. It is ridiculous. I think we're one of the only communities that decides to like, hey, we're gonna restream 8 people at once.
Well, no one ever said we were altogether sane.
Okay, I
Um,
already said I want to do the 16 one next.
Now, I will say there are still incentives open for that. It doesn't
Mhm.
say on the marathon site, but there are incentives open for a forced white mage for Fizzle's absolute pleasure, an excluded black mage for nobody's pleasure, a required promotion, which Phoenix did put his money towards. So we're 35 out of 80 for the required promotion. And the tail, we don't know where the tail is. It could be anywhere.
Mhm.
And a required war mech is at 0 of 80. So if you really want to see us have some real good fun, yeah,
Fun. That's what you call it. Fun.
I'm still disappointed that Phoenix didn't put that towards Forced White Mage.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. It really is.
Oh, it's going to be something. I definitely, if you haven't seen it, like Jay said, if you haven't seen it before, tune in because
Yeah.
it's a shared run, entrance and floor shuffle. It's going to be it's going to
Mhm.
be great. It's going to be great. And there has been some definite shade being thrown around by Team
Oh,
USA towards
if you
Team
have been in the
Canada.
Discord at all, you have probably seen some of it. It is absolutely amazing.
So,
Well, and then moving on into Sunday. So again, I asked some of the runners, what to hype up. So at 3:15 on Sunday afternoon, and all these are in Eastern time, by the way, Beauty and Discovery and Matthias will be running Tunic with enemy randomizer on. It's been a long time since I've seen Tunic, but what they say is it can turn some benign rooms into chaos and silliness.
oh yeah,
I think we like chaos and silliness on this Discord. I think we're
really?
okay with it. I
You
want to
think?
see it.
um,
Oh,
I will say, if the forced white mage goes quadrupled, can it be for forced white? Listen, if you want to quadruple the $80, I'm more than willing to do that. I don't have a problem with that. Fizzle might have a problem with that. I don't. I support. We have a schedule to
it's
keep.
scheduled to keep. No, we don't. It's fine. You're
Hey,
fine.
yeah, it's good. Harm 4 does the work. Dollar Store Nuke always does the best. Um,
Oh,
yeah, this has been an amazing first, not
free
even really
day.
open. Yeah,
Yeah.
the first. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. It's the first pre-day. This is the first pre-day of the
hmm
rando.
And
It's
just
gonna.
yeah, how much good we've done in just one day. $1,095 in a day that we haven't even
Mhm.
kicked this thing off officially yet. Thank you everyone who's watching, who's donating. Just your involvement here is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely, we are. As I said when we did our hype show on Tuesday, I really want to see us
Mhm.
beat the records. I I'm looking forward to seeing how much is raised.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people that put a lot of time and effort to this. I want to give a thank you to all the hosts, the restreamers,
Oh yeah.
like everyone's volunteering for this. It's a lot of work to put on. All the runners, we want to thank you all for showing up. We
Oh
want to
yeah.
thank you all for your runs that you're putting in. You know, we're actually we had a lot of great runs are in this year. It's really great to see such a variety of games. Everything from Donkey Kong 64 randomizer, all the way down to
Yeah.
some like Mega Man X, um, It's
Mystic
not just
Quest, Spelunky, like there's so much Earthbounds in here. Like it's
I I
everything.
I am actually really looking forward to the Earthbound PK Scramble. I've never seen the Earthbound Randomizer. Love the
Mhm.
game. I really, really want to see that. I think it's going to be
And
awesome.
if you can't catch something live, the VODs will be here. They'll be exported to YouTube probably within a week or two of this. So like keep looking. Our donation link is going to be active until our summer marathon.
Yep,
So if you're catching this later on, if it's like February 7th and you're sitting back here watching and you're going, "Oh, I wish I could have donated for that thing." You can.
you still
Do
can.
it.
You absolutely still can. We if you want to donate later, that's fine. I mean, if you want to donate to, oh, I don't know, let's see what we got here. If you want to make maybe $15 to make Dark Moon's Castlevania Sora Reprieve into hard mode, I'm not going to
Do it.
stop you from doing that.
Please.
I
Please.
might,
I mean,
I might start. I might do that myself. Yeah, Danny pointing out the VODs will start popping up on YouTube next week.
next week. Perfect.
Yep, that's going to be great. It's on the. I believe it's on our FFR channel.
Yes.
So yeah, take a look there for all of our great VODs, all this stuff. It's yeah, Danny, thank you for putting that in there. There's your website, your YouTube. We have an Instagram. Look at that.
Nice.
There you go. But yeah, Jay, is there
But
anything
yeah.
is there anything in particular that you're looking at for the next couple of days that just
Oh, I'm
really
gonna be in and out so much with it. The Final Fantasy VI is definitely high on my to watch list. But kind of a sleeper, the Golden Sun run. Like I loved Golden Sun growing up, and I
as
totally forgot. Forgot about it. It's like 20 years later. I'm like, that game, you
that's
know?
yeah, it's one of those things. I know that um I was actually looking really forward to seeing the Soul Blazer randomizer. Two
Mhm.
great runners there with Link and the Axeman. That's going to be great. And I managed to worm my way into doing the comms for it, so I'm even happier.
Nice.
I'm that's gonna that I'm looking forward to. I remember that when I was a kid, it was a favorite game of mine. I started playing the randomizer. Realized it's a long, long randomizer to play.
Yes.
I want to see these two amazing runners do this in 2:30 or less. I will be
Just
taking
crush it.
notes. I'll be taking notes. Did you better believe I'll be taking notes.
Oh
Other than
yeah.
that, I'm just seeing. So yeah, you got Chrono Trigger, you got some Career Day from Final Fantasy V, Mystic Quest Randomizer. Yeah. Although I will say the Mystic Quest Randomizer, the Force Companion take to the final boss, that could be hilarious to watch.
There are so many good runs here. Like we could have a marathon just talking about all of the runs on this thing.
Oh
So
yeah,
get on
absolutely.
the schedule. Danny just linked them a bit ago. Find a
Yep.
run that you want to see, and you know what? Just watch them all instead because yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, and if you see an incentive that you like, put your donate in. Make sure you note the incentive that you want it to go
Yep.
towards. Or you can just say, hey, runner's choice, com's choice. That's totally acceptable too.
Oh yeah. And
Or if you
like you
or
said,
if
always be paying attention for a run that hasn't been met or something. Like let's give
mhm.
these runners something else to do. They can't have an easy day. If
No,
there's
we
a
don't.
hard mode, we gotta turn on hard mode. We gotta make them
Absolutely.
embarrass themselves. Come on.
Or you just give the money, or you do like the money, so Phoenix just says punch the Dark Moon for an hour and a half. That's totally acceptable too. We are all about the kids here.
It's for
Uh,
the kids.
Exactly. This is all for charity. It's all for fun. Let's make this the best winter marathon we've had to date. Let's get out there, you know, make a
Mhm.
difference.
But with that, there are
Yeah.
no more runs this evening. We are
No.
taking this tonight off. Our PM restreamer here, Sunflash, I've seen him in the chat. I think he wants one more night to sleep before he actually has to like be up all night long. So we're
Sleep
gonna
is
go ahead, let things. I mean, there he
Yeah,
is.
exactly. I was gonna say he's gonna he's in chat. He's gonna say something. He always says. I know you could do it, Sonny, but let's
But
take it down a step. No, we
we're
don't.
we're
No,
gonna
we don't
no
need that.
no no
No,
no no
no,
no no no
no.
no.
Mm-mm.
But we're going to take tonight off. The marathon will officially kick off with our opening ceremony tomorrow. That is Friday, December 6th at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time.
Yep.
So, hope to see you guys back there.
Yeah, and stay tuned because that's going to be your FF6 Worlds Collide that you're looking forward to. So you're going to be up bright and early, Jay.
Uh, I will be anyway, but
You
still,
you
I'll be
you
in
will
class.
you will be,
I'll have an
but
ear pod in while, doing class and call it good.
you will. But with
For sure.
that, he's been Jay Scheidel. I have been Oslodo. We would like to say to you, welcome to what will be a great winter marathon, and we will see you Well, hopefully tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah. Bye.